In this video, you will learn how to start and scale a consulting or coaching business to 10, 20, even 30K months or more. This is going to be a complete course that will be very useful for beginners and advanced people, service providers, consultants, coaches, or agency owners, completely for free. This is going to be a much longer video to what I'm usually used to, but I promise you it's going to be worth it. Building a business online completely changed my life. I went from completely broke, drinking every night with nothing to show for it, to making multiple six figures under a year. And honestly, now I feel that I'm fulfilling my full potential. But I'm not the only one who has changed their life through building a coaching or consultancy biz. I've helped my client Divad sign a 45K deal in his first 7 days of working with me. I've helped Laurie go from 3K to 15K a month in just 3 weeks. I've helped Yusuf, a complete beginner, go from $0 to $16,000 in just 21 days with no case studies, and he signed 6 clients in the process. And this course has the potential to change your life, but only if you follow the whole thing, take notes, and implement exactly what I teach you. So put your phone on do not disturb mode, grab yourself a nice coffee, and buckle up. And also don't forget to drop me a like and subscribe. It really helps me make more videos for you. So that said, let's begin. This is exactly how I would scale a consultancy agency from scratch to 20 to 30K months over the next 16 weeks. This is a full free course, but all of this information is only valuable if you take action. So first of all, what is consulting? The correct term is consulting business provides expert guidance and advice and helps their clients realize and achieve their dream transformation. Okay, we are the bridge. Our models, our services, our process provides that bridge and helps them achieve their goal, whether it be adding 10, 20, 30, 100K a month to their business, streamlining operations, whatever that may entail. Consulting, coaching, it fits all in the same category. We help other business owners improve their lives, improve their quality of life, spend more time with their families. And we all do that by simplifying and making things easier in their business, whether that be helping them with client acquisition, helping them with operations, sales, marketing. Those are the things we're helping them do. We could be helping companies with this on a consulting basis, or we could be training teams how to do this, or we could be helping individuals that just want to achieve their goals. Consultants specifically leverage their skills and abilities and knowledge, and they help other people package all of that up and sell that too. We help them improve performance. We help them achieve their goals and solve all their problems inside their businesses. What we're going to do is just break down all of that stuff. First things first, we're going to start with what you actually need to start the business. The first thing you need is actually product market fit. Before anything else, don't try and copy your favorite guru. Don't try and copy your favorite coach. Put the hard foundational work in the beginning. And this process is actually going to be so simple. This is exactly the same process that I use personally to go from 0 to 20K a month in 45 days with my own consultancy and coaching model. And I just documented the entire process and just put it all together for you guys. That's why I'm making this video. First things first, we're going to talk about product market fit. If you don't know, it's a deep dive into various niches. Either you have experience or interest in one to uncover critical problems you can solve. So we need to speak to people, right? That's just all consulting is, just speaking to people, seeing what problems they have, and letting them know that we can solve them, showing them proof, and asking them if they want us to help them. That's simply all it is, okay? We do this by validating with action. We sign 2 to 5 clients on a beta price to test the model and thesis. So you may be wondering, what the hell does all that mean? I'll make it simple. You find people that are in pain inside a niche or industry. You find out what they're struggling with. You create a solution on a Google Doc. I call it strategy map selling. And then you re-pitch those people that you've already asked what kind of problems they're facing. You come back a couple of weeks later after you've built your offer, or a couple of days later after you've built your offer, show them the Google Doc. Hey, I've built this thing. Would you be interested? Sell them on a beta price or the full price if you can, and document the entire process, package all that up, and then sell it to more people. Okay, so you just show people that you've got the results. It's super straightforward. So a lot of people tend to overcomplicate this and they just do the wrong things in the beginning, but the basics and foundations will never do you wrong. So work on finding solutions that stick and build a proof of concept, just what I mentioned. Build your high ticket offer. It needs to be around 5K plus. I have seen the results with a 3K offer, 10K offer, 25K offer. It varies who we're targeting. For example, if we're targeting robotics industry, it's very high ticket niche. You're looking at 15 to 20K plus. E-commerce, maybe you're looking around the 5K mark, right? You want to document your beta results and the solution you use to create SOPs to productize. So for example, I've already helped a lot of my clients with this model, right? I've helped 20 plus consultants and coaches, like over the last couple of months of doing this model, and for years I've been consulting on the back end as well with bigger firms where I can charge high ticket, but now I'm coaching, specifically just only coaching. And this is obviously documentation of what my process looks like and how I do everything inside Base Consulting. So we're going to be breaking all of this down properly. The market research stuff is all here. So it's how to get product market fit once you've chosen your niche. Let's dive in. So now we're still on the niche example. So we know what we need to do product market fit wise, deep dive into niches, validate by action, sign a couple of clients to test our idea or model, right? We don't need to have everything figured out on the back end. People think, oh, I need to have the perfect offer to start selling. It's like, no, just start talking to people right now, see what problems they're going through and then solve them. Find a solution, build the proof of concept of your solution, build a high ticket offer, show that to more people. If you already have a niche, that's great. You can probably skip this little bit, but don't skip the market research bit. If you have a niche and it's working, performing, you're already at 7 to 10K plus with your consulting firm, coaching, agency, creator biz, service biz, whatever it is, you can skip the niche. But if you're a beginner, then you're going to need to go through this bit. So niche examples, and if you're looking to test other niches, this is a great example here as well. So niche examples, just a few I came up with or some that I found interesting. E-commerce, okay, has its drawbacks. There's a lot of people in e-com saying that there's a lot of high ticket e-com stores and e-com people that are doing well right now. Brooke Hoodink comes to mind. Pharma, you can charge very high ticket here. Pharma is a fantastic industry to be in. Biotech is also another one in there that needs deep research and understanding of product, but they don't have much marketing assistants or sales assistants in that industry. You can find some very good B2B subsectors in there. Obviously marketing, we've got coaches, creators, agency owners, service providers, like all that stuff. We know that. Sales is also part of the marketing arm, but sales is a little bit different. The whole sales process can be optimized. You obviously in this day and age, you need to know both marketing and sales. You need to be proficient in both. Accounting is a very challenging niche to get done, but if you can help them with accounting for bigger firms, and it's more of a time sensitive basis, then it could work. Dating, the three pillars are money, health, and relationships, right? If you are in one of these niches, you are going to be successful. Dating is just one of the relationship niches that you can go into. High performing CEOs don't have that much time to date, so they obviously need to be on point with their game. Otherwise they're not going to land dates. Money isn't just the only flex. You need to also flex some emotional intelligence as well. Dating angle could be really good. Solar, fantastic industry, a booming industry, huge up growth and upturn. Obviously you got HVAC, which is more like traditional businesses, like local biz, heat, ventilation, AC, that kind of thing. Is a good industry. They never really go out of business. Roofing and window cleaning and all this kind of stuff. You can help those businesses scale. If you're a consultant, you can help them with ads or other strategies that could help them sign clients. Commodities, I'm talking oil, gas, gold in some cases. I worked with a client and he helps family offices purchase land in various countries to build mines and stuff. Super interesting, super high ticket niche. I helped one client here with some strategies and we worked together for a little while, and in the first 7 days of working together he closed a 45k deal, so that was a huge one. Wellness, I'm talking health, therapy, personal training, strength training, all that kind of stuff that falls into this category. A booming industry as well that falls into the dating one as well, relationship wise, which is also good. So you can't really go wrong in there, and there's a lot of PTs that just suck. They don't know how to sign clients or do marketing or sales or any of these things. So these services can also be these niches can also be intertwined. You've got marketing in wellness, you've got sales in commodities, you've got accounting in all of these firms. So there's little nuances and they do have some crossover as well. So keep that in mind. Obviously venture capital, that kind of falls in the commodities bracket. VCs typically don't know. They are getting a lot more advanced in this space in terms of automating cold outreach or automate knowing how to do funnels or knowing how to deal source at scale, write proposals, whatever the case may be. If you can help them find high growth companies to invest in, that's huge. Or if you want to help them build newsletters to get out to a broader audience, there's a lot of cool things you can do with VCs. I actually helped a VC client of mine, his name's Laurie. We worked together for a little while now, and in the first 3 weeks he went from 3k, struggling at 3k, to signing 9k and then a 6k month client. So He hit 15K in his first 3 weeks, which was huge in the VC space, and he will scale. He's going to do very well. Robotics, obviously a huge growing industry. You should check out a company called Clone Robotics. I believe they're based out of Poland. They're doing phenomenal stuff with robotics right now, like articulated arms. They're building a whole there's like 3 robots they're building right now. This is actually insane. Super huge industry, only growing further. We're talking brain chips, we're talking AI, we're talking all of the fun stuff there. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff in that industry. And let's dive into the market research. So after you picked a niche, so your niche should be either something you have interest in or experience in. You either were that niche, are that niche, or have been in and around that niche before. I've been in the sports, health, wellness niche for a little while. I was a strength and conditioning coach for a couple of years at Virgin Active, which is one of the biggest gym chains on the planet. I was there for a little bit, but PT's never really, I didn't really want to go that route. So just did the consulting thing and got in that space really. But in any case, it is a good space to be in because there's lots of competition. However, not a lot of them know how to get clients at scale. So anyway, if you don't have interest in a niche, then don't just do it for the money, because you would get burned out and it could get boring. But obviously money is fantastic, but capital markets are also good if you just like pure revenue focused. Robotics, as I mentioned, pharma, like these big ones. But do it for the love as well. Do it for the passion. So it's also important. You want to have fun doing this, right? Let's dive into the market research segment. We will be going through the rest of like how to set up the client acquisition stuff and all the tools I use. Keep it very simple and streamlined as well. Like I don't use that many tools. I use Google Docs for all my like proposals and offers and formulations and stuff. And obviously this is a Miro board, so I guess you could say it's advanced. But at the end of the day, like, keep it really simple and you will see really good results. No fluff, no bullshit, just So market research, choose what niche you want to help, right? So that's you can pick one from here, or you can just do a ChatGPT ask and just be like, hey, what are like some really trending niches? Give me 20 of them. You can also help watch dealers. There's a real couple cool guys. I'm a watch collector myself. I don't have one on right now. But watch collectors, barbers, like there's all these like intricate niches like that are becoming very popular and high ticket, like hobbyists and all this kind of stuff. Anyway, choose what niche you want to help, right? And then what we do is we get on interviews with these people in that niche to get the answers we need to be able to build an offer for them, right? So we need to ask the right questions. This is going to help us unlock hidden problems inside their businesses, right? So spending more time talking to different people really helps us find the big issues. And recording and documenting every call with Fathom AI is a fantastic tool. If you're not using Fathom, then I don't know what you're doing. But it records everything, it transcribes it, it just does everything for you, and just is one of the best note takers I've ever used. Just use it. You must act like a reporter getting important news, and you want to use this information to build your offer later. Okay, so all of this is building up to the big thing. Okay, we're going to go over the offer and stuff in a minute as well. We're not going to spend too much time on the offer because at the end of the day, we want to get client results and leverage that as our offer, and that's basically what consulting is. We're not an agency. We're different because agencies are commoditized and consultants are in demand. We don't use irresistible offers or really guarantees on the back end. Every situation is situational though, right? So let's start messaging our people, our niche, right, with something like this. So I put this together already for you, and you can literally just steal this. Like, find 100 people in that niche, 1,000 people in that niche, and just message them with this question. Hey name, I'm writing a paper about robotics, or I'm writing a paper about the dating niche. I noticed you're in this field, so I wanted to ask if you'd share some thoughts in exchange for a free strategy. Just let me know, and then just put your name, okay? And then once we get them on a call, we book in the call, we select a time, we book in the call. You will get responses from this. I've used this a bajillion times and all my guys have. Then we want to start talking about their goals, okay? So the goals look like this. You need to aim to talk to at least 3 people every day. Use what you learn to guide your offer, marketing, and sales process, because every single industry will be different. So here's some questions you need to ask on the call, and I've just picked a handful, but you can come up with your own as well. Typically 3 questions per section. So for example, you want to kick off with, hey John, great to meet you. Good to connect. Glad you can make the time. Let's get straight into it. I'm not going to waste your time. Let's just go over this together. And this will really help me build this process for my business and stuff like that. And at the end, I'll give you a free strategy session or whatever it is, some freebie, lead magnet or whatever, right, to help him out. So the questions we're going to ask on the call here are pretty straightforward, but we're going to be talking about the present moment right now. So we first want to know what they do every day right? Are they CEO? They think obviously you want to be talking to C-suite and above because they know the ins and outs in the business, but a business development manager also wouldn't hurt, right? You can get insight from different angles and see what the crack is. What do you do every day? What's your competition like? And the reason we ask this is because we want to understand what their competition is doing. Maybe we haven't found all their competition yet. Make notes on everyone they list as their biggest competitors and then see what they're doing, right? What changes do you want to see in your industry? What do they hate about the industry? What do they love about the industry? What do they wish could be done better? What advancements are they seeing? And then we move on swiftly to future plans. So obviously the Fathom tool is going to record all of this for you. Just make sure you've got that on. And you've got your camera on as well, so you can kind of see where the emotion is and stuff when they're talking about this, right? Future plans, what do you want to achieve in the next 6, 12, and 36 months? Get a real good indication of what the roadmap is and what that growth looks like, because people's plans change. Let's see what he's about or she is about. So what do you want to improve in the next 6 months, right? What actually needs to happen to get these results, and what's most important for you right now and why? Like, why does it matter right now? Will that harm your Q1, Q2, etc. goals or results? Like, what's going on there? And key reflections. So do you have any secret goals? Like, is there anything you want to hit personally, KPI wise? What's stopping you from getting there? What really motivates you at work? What do you talk about with colleagues? Like, what is it that you talk about? Like, what is on your mind? What is causing you pain, or what is causing you a problem, or what is stuff you wish you could be done better? That's the kind of mindset we're working from. So now we're moving on to problems. What's stopping you from achieving XYZ? What's stopping you from achieving this big goal, your 6-month, 12-month, 36-month goal? What's the roadblock here? What's the bottleneck, right? We do this so we can actually use these trigger points as we can start building our solution around it, right? So what do you need to solve first, right? Super important. What is the first thing you think in the roadmap that should happen to achieve XYZ and get to your 6, 12, 36-month goal, right? How are you trying to solve these problems? What could happen if you don't fix these problems? What makes these problems really frustrating for you? What have you tried before but didn't work? Maybe they got burned by an agency or another service provider, or just something didn't work. Somebody got fired, like someone wasn't competent. I don't know. We're going to find out. And then more insights, right? So we've got take good notes and record all the interviews. So that pretty much wraps up the whole market research. You just need like 3 to 6 questions per section. And I've just really broken it down for you. So once you've got all this, you're recording it with Fathom, you're getting them on a call, and you're just documenting all of this stuff right now. Okay, this is what's going to build out our foundational material, foundational document offer, strategy map. Let's go. Take good notes and record all interviews. Don't try to change what people say. Use verbatim. Verbatim just means exactly what they said. Don't change nothing, because we're going to use that in our marketing. Just exactly what they say, word for word. Don't change nothing, right? Follow up with people after you've created the offer. Just make a note of everyone you've contacted and everyone who's given you the time, right? Because they're actually going through some stuff, right? Thank them for their time as well. Just make that very clear, because they've taken their time out for you. Now that we've done that, just to recap: present questions, future plans, reflections, problems, and then you can wrap up, right? And then you can obviously ask more insight if you need to. But very straightforward stuff. You've chosen the niche. We've discussed product market fit. We've gone through the niche. Market research cracked, right? We've had 20 to 30, 20 to 50 calls with our ideal clients. Now it's time to start picking a service that can actually help these guys. So here's a couple of examples that you can, if you already have a service, then skip this bit. If you already have a winning offer or a winning service, just, you're cool. Let's just, market research is probably really helpful for you. And then obviously the client acquisition structure that I've got set up for you guys. Service examples, right? You could build funnels. You can do cold outreach. You can do paid ads, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. You can help them build a newsletter like Laurie, 15K in 3 weeks. Partnerships. You can help them get podcast guests or just literally get more people on their podcasts. Stephen Bartlett vibes. Content, operations. Operations could be automations, workflows, processes, dashboards, whatever, to help them see more data so they can make better decisions inside their business, decision making. Content, ghostwriting, short form, long form, YouTube, X, like you've got so much opportunity there. Sales, building sales team, deploying sales team, helping them train, building processes, scripts, frameworks, KPIs, like management, so many stuff there. PR, obviously we've got all the big publications, but also we're seeing a lot of indie publications pop up as well, which actually have more clout because those other bigger publications, maybe not as prominent as they were a long time ago. SEO never gets old. Obviously, slower to rank, but once it's going, it's very good still. Deal sourcing, that could be particular for bigger firms that want to work on a performance deal, or their VCs or equity partners or firms. They don't know how to source deals for their funds. So those are the service examples. So you can choose any of those. You don't have to, you can come up with your own. If you found a need through your market research, obviously, as I did mention that with the market research side of things, you want to watch back every single call, 20 to 50 calls. You want to watch them all back one by one and make notes about their biggest pain points, see if there's any discrepancies, see if there's any similarities, and start building the offer based on that. Okay, this guy said this thing, he's struggling with this. Wait, this guy also said that. Wait, so did this guy. They're all saying the same thing. That points me in the direction that this industry specifically struggles with this pain point and all these other sub pain points, right? So one could be, I don't know how to get clients. I don't know how to source deals. I don't know how to run ads. I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. This is stopping me from doing this. Okay, cool. Build the solution, learn how the skill works, learn how to solve it, charge them for it. Okay? This very simple, that one. And some offer examples. So here's a couple of ways you can work as a consultant, similar to the agency model. However, commoditized is not us. We are in-demand consultants, and we usually operate with one person, keep profit margins high, keep the team lean, maybe another person involved, a partner or like an executive assistant, VA, that can help us with tasks inside the business. You're looking at 3 different offer examples. If you've been in the game any amount of time, or even if you're new, you should know there's done for you, which is 100% on you to deliver and 0 to minimal client input. You may have some meetings every week or every other week, but 0 to minimal client input is completely hands-off work, okay, for the client. And usually you can charge a lot more for that. Done with you, which is coaching the client to get results. You guys work 50-50 together, or you've already got pre-created resources that they learn from, coaching calls, all that kind of stuff, and how to structure it. That is how I would do it. Bi-weekly calls, 1 AMA per week, 2 AMAs per week, and just access to you in the DMs. And that's obviously less, a lower cost than done for you, right? And then you've got DIY, which is course or pre-recorded resources, pre-created resources only, where you're just literally, it's like, there you go, get on with it, right? It's like you buy the materials from the store, from the gardening store or whatever it is, or the builder's merchant, and you got to build it yourself, right? You got to build the business yourself with the pre-created resources that you've given them, right? That could be a lower ticket or a downsell. Typically maybe a coaching or consulting call where you just help them with a few things, but other than that, they're on their own. And here's some offer examples for each angle. So done for you, for example, I will get you result in time frame without pain point or risk reversal. Result in time frame is like, if you've got client results already, you just plug in your client result and make it relevant to that niche. So like I said, Laurie went from 3K to 15K in 3 weeks. I would say I will get you 15K. I would add 15K MRR to your business in 21 days or 3 weeks without having to lift a finger or do any acquisition yourself or get on any sales calls or whatever the case may be, or you don't pay, or I work with you for free until we do. Now, if you're working with cold traffic, if you're just focusing on cold traffic, then a risk reversal guarantee is recommended. However, because people in cold, they don't buy services, right? They buy outcomes. Warm DMs, inbound leads, if you're running ads to warm traffic, right? Then you already know, like, and trust you. You don't need to tack on a guarantee or risk reversal at the end, right? This is just an example. Done with you example, we will work together to achieve result in time frame or risk reversal, right? They get free coaching or they get an extra month or something, okay? Something like that. That DIY, now, wouldn't really use a money back guarantee, but it's just an example. You will be able to achieve result, and if you don't, you will get your money back. The stipulations obviously save you and ensure that you don't necessarily need to give a refund or work for free, because the client wouldn't have fulfilled their end of the bargain. So you always put stipulation in the contract just to make sure you're safe. Client must provide, for done for you, for example, client must provide feedback or asset on time. You need them to make a VSL or video sales letter or a case study. You can't deliver cold outreach results without those kind of things, right? So you need the client to kind of give you some material to work with to improve the campaigns or get results with the campaign sometimes. A stipulation for done with you could be client must attend 20 coaching calls every 2 months and do XYZ and fill their KPI tracker, or, fill out their lead tracker, whatever the case is, right? Provide me information for a newsletter, whatever the case is, right? That's a stipulation. So if you have that in your contract, then you're going to be safe, no refunds or anything guaranteed. And a stipulation for DIY, client must use 80% amount of the program and complete XYZ resource or something like that, right? Just, you can get creative. But these are just a few alpha examples. I'm not going to be like, we'll help you get a bajillion calls in X amount of time, or whatever. It's not about that. It's about delivering fantastic results and huge transformations to our market. But just, so we've obviously covered now the market research, product market fit stuff. If you're not taking notes, you should be taking notes right now. I expect you to have a pen and paper. Product market fit, cracked. Niche examples, cracked. Market research, cracked. So offer examples, cracked. Okay, next, acquisition channels. Let's crack it. We've got content, we've got outreach, we've got paid. Acquisition channels, if you don't know, is how we get a client, how much it costs for us to acquire a client, whether it be time or money, right? Those are the main two resources that we have. So content, let's talk content. So we have all these platforms, we have all these social media platforms that we can use for free that can help us get clients, right? It's very powerful. So we have TikTok, right? Short form content. We have TikTok, good for coaching, info products, e-com, B2B in some sense. TikTok, YouTube. YouTube, one of the greatest for long form content. If you're not on YouTube, nurturing your prospects with long form, driving them to a lead magnet or a VSL or a newsletter or something, you are wasting so much time. I've been closing 10K deals with this stuff. If you check my other videos, you can see live calls, 9K, 10K calls just through YouTube content alone. Like, it's huge. And I've got a very small following as well. So we've got LinkedIn, really great platform, a lot of boomers, a lot of people with plenty of resources to work with you. Instagram, great for info products, great for B2B in some cases as well. You can run very low cost, cheap ads to your ideal market, and the algos are so good, it will just pick up your ideal clients. Now, I haven't tested Reddit as much, but I have been looking at some options there. Great platform, maybe blogging. You can open threads. You can scrape Reddit as well. You obviously have X, Twitter in this case. I still call it Twitter. DMs, info, that's what they buy. B2B also. I've got some clients in front of Ubisoft, Rarible, just through X alone with some very strategic DMs. Because obviously that was in the blockchain niche and Web3 is very prominent there. But in any case, you can get very good results on all of these platforms. You should be posting content daily, short form, long form, video content. Just post content about the problems you solve. And obviously, you know what problems you need to solve, because in your market research segment, you know exactly what your market is struggling with, right? Because you've answered all these questions. Okay. Use all of the calls that you've recorded for your content. Okay. It's just repurposing it and stuff like that and repackaging it. So we've got content, we've got outreach. We can add cold calling in here, but for info products, if we're selling coaching or consulting, we could do cold calling. I haven't put it here because most people don't like doing it, and it is an option. I've done it in the past. I don't necessarily like it, but it is proven to be successful. We have cold email and we have cold DM. So these are the two prominent ones that I've used personally to scale businesses and my clients' businesses in the past. And I'll talk about paid now as well. So we got Instagram ads, like I said, low cost, high return, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, and LinkedIn ads, right? All great platforms to use. You can test all of them. I suggest that once you've got, your first 10 clients, 15 clients, 5 clients, you could then reinvest some profit back into ads and see how that performs. All we want to be doing these platforms for is to drive traffic, right? Whether that be cold traffic or warm traffic. And we want to take them to an opt-in page, or we want to ask something from them in return for the stuff that we've already showed them. So whether it would be a long form nurturing content where we've solved a problem, an outreach message where we pitch them something, or a paid ad where we've shown them a solution or, shown them something that they might desire. So the opt-in is pretty simple. You can have a setter come from cold email or cold DM. You can have an appointment setter booking the appointments for you. You can have a video sales letter going over your process. A video sales letter is a very high leverageable tool that enables us to tell our prospects exactly how this process works. And if they're interested in booking a call or finding out more information, they can. We want to drive them to these platforms here. So newsletter, right? You can sell them at a very more intricate level, more intimate level in the newsletter. You can direct them to a workshop where you can go over your solution in more detail for a price, or it's free. You can decide there, or you can send them straight to your landing page that shows them exactly what they get, who you've helped, and what you can help them achieve. All of these things could also be driven straight to a high value lead magnet. So we're talking about top of funnel here. Okay, so we've got top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. Should know that. So tofu, mofu, and bofu, right? So this is the top of funnel stuff, content, outreach, paid. And then we're going to bring them here, which is this is all middle of funnel stuff, right? We're going to ask them to come in to our funnel now, right? And as you can see, it gets deeper and deeper. So all of these things go to the opt-in. We ask once after we've given them something. Then we're going to ask again, and we're going to ask them to download a lead magnet or do something, right? That means a little bit more to them. We need a little bit more energy from them, because with clients or people in general, the market, they need to exert a lot of energy to become a client, right? And we need to exert a lot of energy for them to become a client. Okay. High value lead magnet. YouTube video, like what you're seeing right now, a long form piece of content that drives and calls out the main pain points they're struggling with, showing them high leverage things like this Miro board right now. And then obviously you've got like a free guide, so you can have like a YouTube series or a video series or like a Notion or whatever it is that helps them solve the problem that they need to solve. And obviously you've got a mini course as well, which could just be like a 5-part series of it. I've got a video course one that I use. And then from here, they're going to do two things, right? They can either book a call or DM you for more information, where you can consult in the DMs and even close in the DMs if you're confident enough. Now, there's only two things will happen with that prospect now. It's in your funnel. You've got them through the top of funnel stuff. They're in the middle of funnel now. The next step is to find out if they're qualified or unqualified. So if they're unqualified, you can send them to a nurture flow, right? Back into the lead magnet section, back into the newsletter, wherever it may be, or just dequeue them and remove them from your lists. They might not buy now though, but they may buy later. So always keep that in mind, right? If they're qualified, however, then these things happen, right? Two things. You either set the appointment for a sales call or you close them in the DMs. Those are two different scenarios. Number one is setting the appointment. They will then enter a nurturing flow where you will send them case study and a video testimonial, going over exactly what kind of results you've got for your clients. Two very high leverage, powerful things. This is to decrease the amount of no-shows you get and improve the overall experience for the prospect and increase their level of desire to solve their problem. Okay. So with those things, these are very, very powerful tools. So a case study, how I helped XYZ client go from state 1 to state 2 in time frame. This is exactly what we did. The full breakdown, holding nothing back. Video testimonial. Here's this person now telling me on camera with me how we did that. I would record it at riverside.fm, really good tool, records in 4K and very cheap. Very good. You can just use Zoom or whatever, or like a Fathom recording tool, but Riverside just it's crispy. It's good. So we've got our nurturing flow. We've done our middle of funnel stuff. We've done our top of funnel stuff, right? Sales call happens. Client lost. You can add them back to the nurturing flow and put them back in, or you can just remove them from CRM. Client won, onboard them straight away. And obviously the DM close as well. So you can close in the DMs. It is more challenging. It's a little bit more advanced, but once you get the hang of it, it's like so gold. You can just be at the beach, chilling, closing in the DMs. You could be in the office. You could be hanging out with your wife, your girlfriend, your partner, your boyfriend, whatever. You could be doing all that while you're chilling. DM close is a lot of fun. I do have a lot of fun with that for sure. And I will probably put out a full guide going over that exact process very soon on the channel. So keep an eye out for that one. So that's the acquisition channels. We have covered quite a lot here. So we've now covered all of this stuff. Twitter, we're looking at threads, we're looking at long form posts, we're looking at driving people to these things here. Everything here is to go here to middle of funnel. So make sure your content is super valuable in this section. Like, it needs to be your best content, because we want to make sure it's quality. We want to make sure that people understand what we're trying to help them with here. Keep it simple, no fluff, no bullshit. Just, I can help you do XYZ. here's how it works. So leveraging all our market research, that will pretty much tell you what to say in your content as well. Like use their words verbatim, really, really powerful stuff. If you are doing YouTube, you might want to talk about different, workflows, much like this one. You might want to create a Miro board for yourself and use that content. For LinkedIn, you might want to do long form and drive them to traffic to a newsletter or to DM you or whatever the case is. Instagram, Reels, post 1 to 2 Reels per day about the problems you solve. Look at your favorite creators. Don't copy, but emulate and just use what's working. Trending audio works very well. You can run Instagram ads, very low CPC as well there. You can run follower ads, which are fantastic. I personally do that, and you can see very easily 2 clients signed per week. If you're doing like a 16-week sprint, then that's 36 clients in 16 weeks. There's no way you don't add at least 20 to 30K minimum to your bottom line with these strategies, guys. That said, we've covered quite a bit of ground. We've got product market fit. We've got our niche examples. We're on market research. Acquisition channels are cracked. And now we're going to just move on and wrap up with the tools that I use on a daily basis. You'll find that there's not much I use. It's very simple. Tools, basically, payment provider. You've got 3 options in my opinion: PayPal, Stripe, or bank transfer. Stripe is probably the best one, even though they do have higher fees. You could look at Go Cardless or Payoneer as well. Those are some ones, but I haven't tested those yet. Landing page, you're going to need a landing page. So Go High Level, ClickFunnels, or Card. I personally use Go High Level just because it does everything. It's got CRM in one, and you can do SMS campaigns and all kinds of cool shit. ClickFunnels can be a little bit pricey for what it is and a bit buggy, and Card is just like no frills, just like good for newsletters and stuff like that. So really cool. LLC, I'm not from the USA, so I wouldn't know exactly about the LLC stuff. However, you can register that. I believe there's fees and stuff included, but it's good to have your company protected and registered as a real company so that you are good when it comes to tax. You're paying those things on time, and people actually recognize you as a fully functional operational company. It doesn't look like you're a scam operation, right? You don't want that. So in the UK, that's where I'm from London. So Companies House UK, you can get your company registered there, or if you have a good accountant, you can get them to register on your behalf. Calendar for booking calls. Obviously, we got Calendly, which is just does it all. You can have nurturing sequences and follow-ups and stuff in there. Fantastic. Very cheap as well, like £8 or $8, whatever, for a month. Recording software. I will also add Riverside here as well for you guys. So Riverside FM, cool. So we've got Loom for content explainers. It's exactly what I'm using right now. It's like $10 a month, super cheap, and you can just download in high def. 1080p I think actually is the highest. You got Fathom to record all your calls for your market research and just calls in general. When you have sales calls, when you have coaching calls with your clients, or do AMAs or workshops or whatever, record all of it. It's just all an asset, okay? And you can use it for high leverage stuff. For example, I recorded a deal where I closed a 30K deal up front, 20K deal up front, 9K deal up front, whatever. Just use that, and you can use that whole sales recording as a giveaway, or like, you can record a process like this on Miro and just record it. Super powerful. And now we want to use Riverside.fm for client interviews, testimonial videos, that kind of stuff. Super powerful, records in 4K, good quality sound, and very editable. You can edit right in the platform. Proposals, Google Suite has never let me down. Google Docs all day. I still track all my leads with Google Sheets. In some cases, I used Airtable in the past, but I just like to keep things lean. I don't really run too many crazy automations. I like to keep it fairly simple. But you can automate Google Sheets and use ChatGPT on there as well. So that's, it's a win-win. And then content scheduling, I use Tweet Hunter for Twitter and Later for Instagram. Okay. And then obviously if you want to use video production as well, you can edit your own reels, but I suggest you get an editor. Obviously if you're at over 10K a month, then you should have an editor, because it just saves you time. You ain't got time to sit there and record videos and edit videos all day. But you can use stuff like CapCut for reels and OBS for recording in some cases as well. So we've covered everything, pretty much like the basics of consulting. I really hope this was helpful and useful for you guys. Please digest it, watch it a couple times, make notes, apply all of this. Otherwise it's just worth nothing. This will definitely help you scale and add at least 20 to 30K minimum to your business as long as you implement this stuff, right? You are going to have so much unique insight, so much insider information that all of this stuff becomes so simple. Most people struggle with these things because they don't know what to write or say content wise. They don't know what to say in cold outreach. They don't know what to say on sales calls. But if you've already had like 20 to 50 calls with people in your market already, it just makes your job so much easier. Like, why would you not want to do that? Why would you want to build a business on sand when you can build a business on concrete, on a strong, solid foundation that's going to last for a lifetime? It's sustainable, it's predictable, and it's super profitable, and it's going to give you so much more time, freedom back. You can just go and enjoy all the stuff you want to do in your life. That is so liberating, instead of being chained to a desk for like 100 hours a week, burnt out and stressed out. So there you have it, everything you need to start a winning coaching or consultancy business. And if you implement everything, it will change your life, period. Now, you have 3 options. Option 1 is you do nothing with this information. Between you and me, that would be silly, because you just watched an entire course giving you everything you need to know to take action. Option 2 is to implement everything I've taught you and go at this alone, which is commendable, but challenging due to inexperience. If that's what you choose, you are a warrior. So best of luck to you. I believe in you, but it will take time. And I hope you won't give up before signing your first client. Option 3 is to get help from someone who will be there every step of the way to help you achieve your goals. And trust me, I've been there. I've been at the spot where everything seems possible, but also so out of reach at the same time. And looking back, the best option is to invest to get the help needed. So if you want help from someone who has to work around every single roadblock that stands between you and your dream business, make sure you click on the link below, book a call, and I'll help you get to that 10K, 20K, 30K plus month and beyond for your coaching, consultancy, agency, freelance biz. After helping more than 20 business owners add multiple tens of thousands of dollars to their bottom line, like Divad, who collected 45K in cash in just 7 days of working together, or Lorenzo, who went from 15K to 50K a month in just 3 months with his consultancy, or Ilio, who runs a content agency. He went from 0 to 14K a month in just 45 days, or Yusuf, who cracked 16K a month in 21 days with no case studies. I'm very confident that I can help you get to the next step. That being said, thank you very much for watching this video to the end. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you learned something valuable from this, and I will see you in the next video, my friend.